Well, at least... At least with this, it's gonna be a little easier to get back to where I was. Let's do this. This is excellent. All right. See if I can remember how to use the great sword. It's probably not a weapon I should go straight for, but the Poogie.
Handlers sort through the Research Commission's leads. And the ones they deem worth our attention become quests.
Hey!
Over here!
Right on time. Oh yeah. What are we waiting
Blah, blah,
for?
blah.
The new world awaits.
Blah blah blah. Red 1 standing by. She's being jacked. Okay.
All right, this is our first job. Let's do a quick review of quest rules.
Should be relatively...
Rule number
Fine.
1. Each quest has... Our current objective is to eliminate a specified number of Jagras. We ran into some Jagras on the way to base. The small monsters. I think we saw them somewhere around here. Want to check it out? Rule number 2. Use the supply box. The commissions, they're in the supply box over there. Have a look and decide what you should take along. Oh yeah. Hey, partner.
Want to get going? Uh-huh. Be careful.
Just text him real quick. This shouldn't be that bad.
Ready your weapon
With this
before
great sword.
attacking. Keep in mind that what you're able to do depends on whether or not your weapon is drawn. When you're investigating or gathering items, you'll generally want to keep your weapon sheathed.
I'll mark gathering sites and monster positions on the wildlife map for you.
You can gather honey and mix it with a potion to make mega potions. Over here!
A pack of Jagras! Those are the monsters we're after!
Let's see how you hold up when you're on your own. They're on the run. Don't let them get away. Grab all the monster materials you can. You can use them at the smithy. Over here!
Okay. Anyway. Just grab a bunch of stuff we're gonna need to do. It's gonna take a lot of work to get back to where I was.
Whoops. Use whatever you can. Keep it together, okay? You can use the slip. Okay, let's head home and report back to the old man. It's gonna be really annoying, but I think it won't be the worst.
Good to see you.
Uh-huh.
And listen up.
All
Yay.
right. Now that you've got some materials, why don't we head over to the smithy to see what you can do with them?
Okay.
Hadouken! 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 Shoryuken!
Oh wait, what? Oh yeah, I forgot.
All right. Now that you've got some materials, why don't we head over to the smithy to see what you can do with them?
My.
It's the armory.
There you are, Fiver.
That's okay. I'm gonna make a great sword and a couple other weapons. These I usually use. That's about all we can make. I would have made it. more, but it's good enough for now. Until I get there we go. Gotta reset up everything.
Greetings.
Hey there, partner. Ah,
Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah.
you can pick up quests from the quest board, too. It lists the same quests that I've got, so don't worry about having to check two places.
What event could I possibly do this early? Crack of dawn? Interesting. No, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Probably isn't gonna be that bad.
The great sword is a powerful close-range weapon. Though attacks leave you wide open, the payoff is well worth it. You can use the slinger with your weapon drawn. Look for the perfect moment, then fire.
Their attacks. Don't forget, you can guard too.
The monster's been immobilized. Now's your chance.
You can carve materials off of monsters. These materials are vital for producing new equipment and upgrading what you have.
Quest even 4.
You can use that as slinger ammo. Great for getting a monster's attention or creating a distraction.
I wonder if Coming out of the ground like zombies, what the hell? Okay. It's got a Kessidon material. Let's upgrade this thing. I think I have it.
There you are, Fiver. Stay tough.
Layered armor now. I think that's all I'll make. I feel like using the great sword. Use that. Oh. Alright, it's time to make this an absolute massacre. I forgot to eat that last quest, I realized. No, I don't want to do any quest yet. I played the game. I don't think I could afford food. We'll see. Party. On a minute. How? It should be open. Shouldn't be blocked. What the hell, then? Um... what the hell is happening here? It shouldn't be blocked. Could it be blocked? Okay. Yeah, I don't. It shouldn't be blocked. I've received party invites like before, so I don't. I actually. Go ahead.
Figured you assumed as much with stuff. Dude, that fucking sucks though. How did you end up with that happening? Like, does
So,
this
I didn't
save
realize
just
that.
console wide?
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I guess I didn't realize I didn't upload that save. I thought I uploaded my Monster Hunter save.
Oh shit.
Looks like it didn't happen. So I do not have my my stuff anymore. Like, at all.
Dude, that's awful.
So
I mean, like 100 hours isn't a crazy long time, but still.
I think I put in more because I spent enough time to beat the game and grind out a lot of sets. So there's
Yeah, I don't
probably a little
remember if
more.
you finished Master Rank Story or not, but I knew you.
No, we
I'm-
finished.
I
I
think
did
we did
Shara's
Tigrex.
No, we did
Okay,
Shara's
so you did
Zelda.
do it. Yeah, I
But-
remember doing Tigrex. Since he was the last thing I remembered for sure. Me and you had done.
I did stream the one time and we got pretty far, and that was called. That was Olga. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I don't really care because I've done this a lot, so I'm just gonna use. I was just planning on using the Guardian set and powering my way through,
That stuff is supremely overpowered.
especially for early game. And if you
Well, that's what I mean.
and
glorious.
the funny thing is, I remember when I did the beta, you got all those beta rewards.
Okay,
You could
our
upgrade
job
the
is to call
defender
a
set
certain
to
number
level
of
2, so
test
I have like a
Recently, their
great
numbers
sword
have been
with an
getting out
attack
of
rating
hand.
of like 816.
Want to get going?
816.
That's like high rank damage. That's not right.
That's gross. That's so gross.
There we are.
Yeah, I was just
Those,
talking
my
to
friend,
Pudding about
test
the
it
like
out.
the hunting horde even
Let's see
has
you take him out on your own.
just about it's like 75% higher damage, but it also is blast and a huge amount of green sharpness. The
Be
metal
careful.
one of the same rank has only yellow sharpness unless you're putting handicraft in, and nobody's adding handicraft to their horn yet. Thing like between the sharpness, the blast, and just crazy high damage
Not
compares.
bad.
Yeah, I'm doing 816 already. That's already too much damage for low rank.
Yeah, it's when you get a chance, if you want to
Alright.
join session,
Let's
I'll
look for
just
another
join
group.
in on like a few of the hunts here and there, just beat them up. But it'll be
But
really
cast it
short
on the
anyways.
least of your
But
worries.
Yeah, you can.
There are a lot
I mean,
bigger
I'm not
monsters
really
lurking
worried
in
about
this
it because
forest.
I want to. I'm
The
using
endemic
this as an
life around here
opportunity
can
because
come
I
in
didn't
handy
do
during a hunt.
a lot of the
Try to
optional
learn as
stuff.
much as you can about them.
So I figured
Okay.
this would be a great
Your call.
opportunity to get a lot of that stuff done too, since I didn't do it.
yeah, I
before.
wasn't sure with Rise being so close out too, if you were just trying to like maybe speed through and just catch up somewhat, or what you were trying to do.
Well, it's definitely clear I have some time I'm gonna have to put in on my own, but it's not bad.
And at least you didn't get like crazy far in the game, but still. If you had full Fatalis and lost that, that's a lot used. Oh. That fight is fucking brutal. So having to go through all that work to get an armor set strong enough for Fatalis.
Hey, come here. Think I found something.
Yeah. As if you've gotten anywhere near enough to like do Fatalis, you've got to put in at least 200 hours, I'd say. And even that, like, you're getting carried pretty much.
Look at those Kestodon.
I would say like you'd take probably a minimum of 500 hours to get to a point where you could handle it on your own. And that's not even soloing it, that'd be like with a 4-man team. Soloing that bitch takes like straight up meta DPS with a high DPS weapon. And not even every weapon can solo from what I've seen.
All right, partner.
Without using Fatalis.
Take down that Jagrus. If you're not ready, you can return.
I wasn't able to kill him solo until I had Fatalis gear. I came really close a bunch of times. I even had runs where I was running full like meta damage, insect glaive, hunting horn, lance, heavy bowgun builds, stuff like that.
And you're going to need
could
friends
not
when you go
quite
up
get it
against some
done.
of the tougher
Come
monsters.
really
In order
close.
for the scout flies to
and
better
failed,
track
like,
a target
minutes left.
monster, you need to keep finding traces of it. Like footprints, for example.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
I was-
like super worried about it. It's whatever. At least they have the Guardian gear to speed that up, but it is still kind of upsetting.
Yeah, I mean,
Good.
at least you're
Turning up
not
a lot
at
of
a
clues.
crazy point where it's
You're less
you're not losing like absurd amounts
Oh,
of
sweet.
time.
Imagine the monster.
God.
Now's your chance to topple it.
It's like I was telling putting like if it were me, I'd probably never played the game again. My profile is
You
a
have
little
like
over
a 700
3,000
level
hours.
hunter rank, like high rank 700. Probably. even
No,
higher
I'm
than
maxed high rank and almost 700.
that. Yeah,
3,000 hours. I would never play this game again if I lost all that.
Okay, it's down.
I'd
Now's
just
your
be too
chance to get in
frustrating
there.
to
and
start
tell
regrinding all those decorations, getting all the armor sets back. 'Cause I still have every single armor set in high rank. And one.
Watch out when a monster's enraged. Better to hold off on your claw.
I'll kill it with the clutch claw. I was gonna clutch onto the Jagrus' face and just smack it one more time, but that was too much for it to handle. It took
Clutch
like a,
Claw alone is going to trivialize the rank so hard. That tool is so goddamn
I mean, I
overpowered.
just hit the Jagrus with almost a full charge, true charge slash, and did like 400 damage. I was just like, all right, well, this thing is dead.
Oh yeah, it's just low rank is high rank are not balanced around Clutch Claw at all. It's ridiculous.
Master rank plans for it. It's just like
Somewhat.
They know that, but they know something. They know it's all about. This is gonna be really funny though. Just,
I'm eager to like not have the Clutch Claw be something we're dependent on. I would like it if I didn't feel like I needed it. It kind of makes it frustrating.
tell you
At
what
least they
though,
would
We gotta
improve a
leave.
couple
I don't
things
miss
in Clutch Claw.
cutscenes. I definitely don't miss cutscenes. They're still unskippable.
Maybe.
Yeah, they're
Let's check it
they're
out.
mostly fun the first time through, but after the first time, it's enough.
Can't even make like a second character. You have to like, is it made? A second character is like literally starting the whole game all over again. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's like I was telling Pudding, I knew someone who had 3 characters for 3 different weapons they really liked, and like, I don't know how you could possibly argue pro for that. Like, that's awful, dude. Playing through the story
Well, you were
3
right.
times, having to like
There's our
farm
mark.
3
like,
different
it
armor
only makes
sets.
sense if you share like one account with 3 people.
Yeah. Well, that's totally different, yeah.
If you were sharing like one account with 3 people, then it makes
Something's got
sense.
him
But like
agitated.
as this game is set up, it is not. I don't even know why they have those extra save
Look over
files
there.
there.
Yeah, this is not one of those games. This isn't
Plus, you
Skyrim
can-
where
you
you
can
start
literally
over
watch-
to like try
You
different
think it's from Zora
starts.
You
Magdaros?
can literally watch the
I'd like to
cutscenes.
find out.
Yep. Oh, Velcana's been here for a
But we
little
better
bit.
report back
You can
first.
also watch the
All right.
cutscenes again in the gallery and skip them. You can skip the cutscenes in the gallery. Like what?
What? Maybe you hit it by accident. They just want to make sure you have the option.
Why can't I wish we could?
Well, I mean, it is kind of neat to go back and rewatch some of the cutscenes in the
Well, it does.
live
It actually because
a lot of games don't let you skip them first playthrough. I think all games should allow it, but a lot of games don't.
Dark
None
Souls
of the
allows it.
Borderlands games did until Borderlands 3. Oh yeah, I'm just saying though that it's very common for RPGs, and like I was saying, like Borderlands 3 is the first one to even allow you to skip cutscenes, even on New Game Plus, and that wasn't until like 6 months after the game
I
came out. They
see.
put that ability in. A lot of games, unfortunately, do that.
Want to get going?
It's fairly annoying.
Once the camp
Yep.
is set up,
That's a game
Wonder
that's
where the
really fun to
resource center
replay. It has
is.
infinite New Game Plus value, where it's like it doesn't get harder past the third playthrough, but it's really fun to just play through it over and over and over and over.
Good to see you.
The fact that you can't skip the cutscenes and stuff like that
Good
gets
luck.
really aggravating, especially in the third one. The third one has a lot of fucking long cutscenes. The story is too long, actually, in the third for the kind of game it is.
I still don't think Maya should have died.
Huh?
I still don't think Maya should have died.
I mean, Roland died. Roland was arguably more important previously. Roland was like the first leader of the Crimson Raiders and like vital to a lot of things in the game. They did make him such a cardboard character in the second game. I had a feeling it was coming.
His in-game dialogue was so much more interesting. Like that, then it led on to believe.
Oh,
what
in
he'd become.
one.
In Borderlands
Yeah,
1,
they,
his dialogue.
They replaced the voice actor though. That's part of why they killed him off.
It's annoying.
He's the only voice actor other than Claptrap to be replaced throughout the entire
Oh,
series.
hello.
Claptrap's voice was definitely a noticeable change. Ugh.
I didn't mind it. It wasn't half as bad as Roland from like 1 to 2. Like he went from 1 to like
How you
actually
feeling?
having a fucking personality to 2 just basically being a cardboard cutout superimposed in the scenery.
Yeah, I didn't care for his character.
Yeah, they ruined him pretty hard in 2.
Apparently, Krieg got his own DLC.
Yep, yeah, I streamed it.
How was it?
It's
you have
fucking
to
great.
get
It's
to me.
just as good as Bunkers and Badass Borderlands.
Ooh.
Like actually
Don't
just
let me down.
as good as storytelling. The equipment is just as good. Better boss fights though, which is pretty on par with Borderlands 3 in general. Boss fights in the game were a lot better than
Okay,
1 or
let's
2.
get this expedition underway.
Except the
You need to
invincibility states. I wish they would stop that shit.
Ah. Generic boss
Farming
fight
a-
tactic.
Farming a boss that goes invincible for like 30 seconds when it can be killed in 10 seconds is pretty annoying. Especially after like the second or third time you've done it, it's like, oh my god. Just let me fucking kill the bastard.
You can embark on an expedition just by heading out through the gate.
So
Or
did
you
you
can use the
get
world
the
map.
Rise demo
Whatever's
downloaded
easiest
too?
for you.
I haven't, because I have to get on my Switch. And I
Fair
keep-
enough.
It's honestly something that like legitimately slips my mind because I like to download games before I go to bed, so I can just wake up in the morning for it, and then I just forget.
Yeah, you've mentioned you have kind of like not great internet too, so that makes sense. Not
Yeah,
wanting
that
to use the internet while things are downloading. You know, like I have pretty good internet, not amazing, but good enough that I can usually download things and play a game just fine.
And you know,
Unless
there's
it's a
that
game that's
one
super
person in the
intense.
house that likes to turn it off. So,
Dude, that would piss me off for the sake of downloads because it would generally just interrupt it. It depends, like, I don't know what Switch is like. PlayStation, I'm pretty sure, just continues the moment it regains internet connection. But then again, like, if you put it in rest mode, it would be in an off state, so you'd have to turn it back on, put it back
Right now,
into
we're in a stair. If you want to go on an expedition,
What a
open
dick.
your world map and choose your destination. For this
So,
expedition,
you decided not to
the
go with
ancient
bow in your
forest.
next playthrough?
You can expand expeditions.
no,
as
I'm
we
gonna
delve
use
further
bow. I
into
just feel like
new
using the
world.
greatsword right
Pretty
now. I
good
use a.
incentive to explore,
I don't
right?
exclusively use the bow. I just really like the bow.
No, I get that.
It's mobile. It feels good to use. It just feels
Yeah,
good.
most people have 2 or 3 weapons they prefer for the most part.
I would usually use the charge blade if it wasn't the bow. But I feel like using the greatsword a little bit. Get some practice with it. I'm still not confident in my true charge / wake ups. So.
Face hug them, press R2 to block, do a 180 roll away, and you're at perfect true charge distance. You just gotta make sure, like, the tricky part is that you don't take little, like, baby steps in between. You just literally face hug them, block, roll backwards, do your 180, and then start your true charge combo. And you don't ever shoulder bash. You let all 3 hits hit the ground. It's pretty easy once you get the hang of it, but it does feel weird. Hey, Bumbaro, time to eat wall, because I don't want you.
Yeah,
look
I
for
just
the
want to
campsite.
be more confident in it first. Before I...
Yeah, it's
If I
a
get to
weapon
the
that's
campsite
all about
first,
spacing,
or
so
if
it
you're
takes a lot
lost,
of practice.
Open up your map or use your...
Quite a while that the damage variables based on
Our
where the
mini
blade
canteen
hits,
here
kind of like
serves
some of the
food
Dark
that will
Souls
give you a
weapons do.
boost for the hunt ahead.
Like, the closer to the center of the blade,
Whenever
the
you
more
leave the
damage it
base
does.
without
Which makes
signing up
sense.
for a quest,
Center of mass
or go on
would
an
do the most
expedition.
damage.
There's no time limit or cap on how many times
I just
you're allowed
never
to
thought
faint,
about that
which
before.
means you can explore to your heart's content.
Ah! Well, I got a mount at least.
Long swords, but they're not hitting you every 3 seconds.
I like longsword until it starts hitting me.
Exactly.
Then I hate longsword.
I remember hunting the Galavinus. I was just... because I needed to break its head to get a part I needed. While I'm trying to hit its head... So, I fired an SOS flare because I figured I'd let some people join. All 3 people were longsword users. Every
Yep.
single
Oh, it's
person.
only gotten worse since there's all the Christmas newbies who coming onto the game too. There's a whole new onslaught of newbie longsword users who just use it because it's a giant effing katana.
And it was so bad. This one guy, I was literally sitting there doing my job with the hammer, bashing it in the head. The longsword user, he's like, "What if I did that?" I belong
Yeah,
up here,
I wish
right?
people would learn weapon priority. Like, it's just
I
and
belong
it's
up
not
here,
hard to
right?
explain too. It's like I've talked to longsword users who didn't get that. It's like, all right, think about it this way: you want to hit the monster in a downstate, right? Well, yeah, of course. Then let the hammer do his job, knock the bitch out, so you can get him on the ground.
Found an antidote. Taking it down.
Move around while grappled to a monster, or it'll burn through your stamina.
If I had a...
Land your claw on a monster to grapple to it.
Longsword users are definitely the guilty in this game of having that, like, almost antisocial DPS complex you see in a lot of MMOs where it's like, well, I'm the DPS, so I take priority over everyone. No!
Move around while
No,
you
it
to a
don't.
monster, or it'll
No.
burn through your stamina.
I used to have that problem all the time in ESO when I played healer in that game.
Taking hits like that
DPS and act like salty little shits that you're not
You won't be able
spamming
to
heals
do
on. It's like, dude, you're being insanely greedy. It's like, well, I gotta get maximum
Dodge your
DPS. It's like,
attacks.
at the expense of survival? No, you don't. No, you don't. I'd rather you be alive and do medium damage than be dead. Dead DPS isn't doing damage at all.
You move around while grappled to a monster, or it'll burn through your
Fudge that
stamina.
up. Oh, that used to piss me off
All
sometimes.
you hit has been softened
Those
up.
people were fine, but once in a while you get that really, really greedy DPS guy who thought he was by far the
is, isn't he?
Well, I'm the one killing the monster, so obviously I'm the most important. Like, and the healer's keeping you alive, and the tank is keeping you alive. That's what's it. Right? I used to play tank a lot too, and actually there's one guy who kept pulling that bullshit. He's like, alright, let's try something. I'm gonna stand over here and watch because you seem to think you don't need me. Let's see how you tank on your own, buddy. See how this goes. He died. Oh. Come on, dude. It's like, really? Hit me, you bitch!
That enemy shot up really
Never
fast.
underestimate an angry monster. Keep your distance and watch for a safe.
Also, it's surprisingly doing a lot of damage.
Oh, Anjanath is actually fairly brutal when you have crap gear.
Well, I'm wearing
He's not a hard monster to escape. Well, when I say crap gear, I mean like just anything low rank. Is even by like in-game standards,
Over here.
the defender armor isn't like amazing, but it's theirs at crop training people, obviously. Is it still a huge advantage?
I did my damage, I'm happy.
Great sword life in a nutshell there. Like, well, I've only hit him once this hunt, but I probably did as much damage as everyone, so I'm satisfied.
Honestly, the greatsword does. It really feels like that sometimes. Well, but I did get an item I needed,
If we
which
don't
was an
take care of
Anjanath
that
scale,
pest,
because
the
that's what
camp
you
won't
need to
last the
upgrade the
night.
defender gear to
Oh,
level
yeah.
2.
Just the scale.
Yep.
Wow. They could have at least made it a fang. Fangs are a bitch to get. Did you get
Nope.
the tail over here?
They want it to be brain dead easy, so I'm gonna let it.
We returned to base from an expedition.
Yeah, I can't say I'm a big
the
fan of
wildlife
the
map
defender gear. Like,
and
it
switch
worked
to the
out
world
really
map.
good in your
Then
case,
select a stair.
but I think it does give a false interpretation what this game's going to be like later to new people.
Oh, he's angry. Oh, listen, angry.
I know if I was brand new and I was using like defender gear, and you'd expect that damage, hitting like master rank and then shooting a huge wall.
I mean,
Problem.
high level defender gear is actually pretty decent.
Up until early master rank.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. You're still going to hit that bar eventually. When that gear stops being good.
That's why I do plan on, whenever I get the high rank, that's grinding it.
Oh, like I said, it's good for your case. I'm talking about someone completely someone who's never played the game.
If I actually played it around
exactly.
the time it released.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying, though. You don't have those false expectations with the in-game stuff.
Because I already know what Master Rank's like.
It's honestly not that bad. I'd say tempered. Oh, here's this. Hold on, my rock steady's almost back. So otherwise, the bomb will knock me off. Hopefully, don't wake up first. Oh, it's like seconds. Hurry up. Ah. I was still so long waiting for it. Looks full. Come on now.
Come this way, Mr. Ack.
But yeah, as far as the defender set, I'm not. What I'm saying doesn't apply to you because you played the game before. It's only like someone who's literally never played the series before has absolutely no idea.
I remember when I was telling my friend when he was starting this, he could use the Guardian set. I said, don't use it unless you want to really experience for yourself.
It's just so overpowered, you're going to completely destroy all expectations of the game. Reach master rank and then suffer because you got carried by.
I remember specifically telling him.
Yep.
Oh. Telephone.
Two big pieces of advice I've given to people in the past, like, well, since Iceborne release. don't ever SOS unless you have it player
Your
locked to 2.
wildlife map keeps track of
You
where
don't use
you
the
are and
defender
where the
set.
scout flies are taking you.
Because you're not
You
going to
can
learn how
also
to play
use it
this
to
game.
keep tabs
Suffer
on
for it.
monsters.
Unless you intend on just being casual player, just go through the story and then that's it. Sure, whatever. That's fine. Do you, but
You can fast travel back to
I'm gonna
camp
switch to the
simply
hammer.
by
I think that'd
selecting
be
it.
better against the engine half. Greatsword's a little slow.
honestly, hammer does better damage consistently, anyways. Unless you're just ridiculously good for greatsword, but that's
You
fucking
can change your weapon.
Yeah, there's not. That's a bit of a rare breed there.
Yep. Most of the people I run into are like that with greatsword have been using greatsword since the old games or something. Really know the ins and outs of spacing and patterns of monsters that have been around for a while.
If I can, I'm gonna see if I can't just kill this engine. If not, it's not a big deal, honestly. I'll kill it later if I don't kill it now. It's pretty much how it is.
I definitely see extremely few people using greatsword nowadays that aren't using quick draw builds, which are really, really easy to play in comparison. Actually, just they're easy to play in general.
But I like smacking it with the big 2 charge slash because big damage.
Right? Like, to me, that's the whole point. It's like, sure, you can run up, pull it out, and smack it once with the first charge and just put away and run away immediately, but come on, that's not fun.
Yeah, it's funnier to hit him with the big boy damage.
Hell yeah.
That's what I call it. It's the big boy damage. See, it's what it
That
is.
big dick energy. Slap him with all that big dick energy.
Precisely.
Although it's probably small dick energy, because let's face it, that's like compensation incarnate. It's like those people you see driving around with gigantic diesel trucks with like jacked up wheels and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, you know that dude's probably got a small dick.
You're compensating for something.
Oh, you're
Lord
from
Farquaad.
Florida too, so you've seen a lot of these people, I'm sure.
I'm not actually from Florida. I just lived there for a while.
Oh, well, okay, fair enough.
But I'm actually back in
Well,
my
I'm
home
happy
state
for
of
you then.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. Not super far out from me.
You
Nice.
can
Very
fast
nice.
travel back to camp simply by selecting it
It
from
is
the
too much
wildlife
fun
map.
to make fun of Florida.
Oh, it's easy. It's such an easy task.
Like, there's a lot of great things about Florida, but you have some of the worst white trash in the entire
Disney's
country.
fun.
Florida too.
I got to go to Disney for free. That was epic. I'll give Florida that. I got to go to Disney for free, and that was epic. Not many people say they got to do that.
Yeah, I mean, Disneyland is crazy expensive from whatever. I've never been there. Can't say
Also,
I've
I've been to Universal like
desire to.
3 times, I think now.
Yeah, I've never had a big interest in theme parks. There's one called King's Dominion in Virginia that's not super far that I used to go to, but they have like, really cool roller coasters, and that's literally the whole reason I went.
Busch Gardens
everything
is just roller coasters for the most part.
Yeah, Busch Gardens is one I'd always thought would be kind of
Tilt
cool to
darts.
go to.
Tilt darts is very nice. That's fucking
But like Universal and Disneyland, yeah, they have a lot of great rides, but it's a lot of sightseeing rides. Kashala, of course, that's what I can do.
Kushala de Oro in the woods in the ancient forest.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds kind of nasty.
No, he's worse in the lava region because he gets fire tornadoes.
Into the wall.
Hit it with all you've
If
got.
Kashala makes a tornado over fire, it creates a fire. They even light you on fire and everything. It's really, really cool.
Volume's loud.
But it also sucks.
Let me deal with this. Let me just finish.
Yeah, it's like if he wasn't enough of a son of a bitch, now he can set you on fire on top of everything else Kashala can do. You know what's weird though? In the previous games, he used an ice element.
Oh, he's in Mold Dragon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's pretty old one. I think he's from like Monster Hunter 2? Or 3? One of the two. Pretty sure. But yeah, He's
stab
actually,
this
even in this game,
engine
he's
in
technically
the
got ice
eye.
element properties to him, but he just
Stab it.
I think he's still really extremely resistant to it. It's been a long time since yeah, I'm gonna double check just to make sure. Yeah, he's immune to ice and water.
So much for the Dragon of Steel.
Oh, here's another reason everyone hates him that I'm not even sure if you know about putting. His wind bullshit also reflects bullshit.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Don't remind me. I fucking hate that.
So the only part of his body you can hit for most of the fight with the bow is his goddamn face or his tail. Why would you hit his tail? Unless you've literally got no other choice.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh, you fight Kushala too, huh? He's big.
Just fighting Kushala at this level, I quit. If I had to fight Kushala this early, I'd just quit. I just wouldn't do it.
I don't mind him with certain weapons. I really don't. I mean, again, as I said, it's not about him being hard. It's about him being irritating.
Okay.
Did you fight him much on high ranks? You might have just had a really good, lucky experience. As his issues aren't even isolated in this game, like, everyone has always hated Kushala.
Oh,
Like,
that's a bunch of bullshit, Sony.
He looks
you know
really cool, and as long as I'm using a heavy bow gun or a like hunting horn with wind negate, I don't mind him too much. The flying is really, really annoying, but
Son of a
it's
bitch.
just annoying. I've never found him hard at any point.
Is he enraged? He is. Fucking bitch.
By far the worst instance, motherfucker, though, is Arch-Tempered, because you can't even flash him down at all, ever. And he flies more than normal. I don't know why they thought that was okay, but yeah, it's absolute fucking bullshit. And he hit as hard as this guy does in high rank. Like, why?
Bop,
Why?
Bop, 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 bop.
Most people I play this game with never even bother to get the Arch-Tempered set for Kushala because they just dislike the fight
Bop,
so
bop,
much.
bop,
It wasn't
bop,
worth it.
bop, bop.
And his armor wasn't that great anyways. Really wasn't.
And Angie with the bops.
I hope if he's in Rise, they do him justice and give him good armor and weapons.
I wasn't a fan of his armor set outside of Iceborne. It doesn't look that good
I
to
like
me.
the way it looks, but I just don't think it's very good at all.
Stab it.
I will say
in
his charge
the
blade looks cool.
face.
The fact that it's like a turtle shield and like this really cool looking sword.
Ugh. I'm stabbing Angineth in the face currently because I mounted him again.
I'm gonna bomb his wings. Leave you his head.
Bonk. 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 Big bonk. I missed the big bonk. This is truly a sad day. Sometimes it's really easy to miss that charge on the final Big Bang. I swear.
Oh, it's got an extremely small hitbox. For the weapon size, that's honestly one of the hardest things about Hammer. Is it's got deceptively small hitboxes for most of its moveset.
Do I have trank bombs on me? Well, if it's gonna be dying, I'm just gonna go grab trank bombs.
If I can see you, I got you some heals. I'm glad I did. I barely hit you with that, and I am so glad.
You can use the item box to manage your inventory.
Just go capture the damn thing.
Really? Just like Tokyo drifted across that wall till you finally hit me, you son of a bitch.
Gas! Gas! Gas!
And here it goes again. Ugh.
Alright. Time to play Home Invader with this Anjanith.
Yeah, I might as well too. I need coal so I can get more gourmet tickets. I'm starting to finally get low. Took a long time, but finally happening.
Gourmet meals.
You son of a bitch! I wasn't even up the vine all the way, and he just charged and hit me in the face. Bastard.
I always like that if you're fighting like an Anjanith nearby the Jagras hideout, all the small Jagras will actually come to help out because they hate that thing.
Yeah, like anytime he goes down, they just like chip in. They do that to more than a few monsters. It's always fun to watch little tiny Jaggers just come out of nowhere and attack something like 10, 20 times their weight.
Dude, they are fearless little creatures, aren't they?
Oh, they don't give a crap. Well, at least until a few of them die, and then they all run like bitches, which, who could blame them at that point?
They're like little velociraptors.
Little dumb velociraptors that suck at being predators. Yeah, this is kind of like like they're pretty shit predators, honestly. Oh, okay.
Well, they're used to being literally spoon-fed by their fucking...
The Jagras, who
yeah,
just literally goes around and eats things smaller than him whole and carries them back and spits them up for his young. Fun to watch, actually. Disgusting, but cool to watch. Have you ever actually just followed Jagras when it feeds its babies pudding?
Yeah, it just throws it all up.
It's kinda neat. Like, it actually is kinda neat.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. You don't get to see it too often because they usually get aggressive if you get that close.
Well, I mean, you can sit reasonably close usually and they don't bother with you.
Or if you have the ghillie suit on too.
I mean, I used to just follow them around without it. As long as you're not standing like right next to them, they generally don't acknowledge you.
Because hungry.
Pretty much.
Oh, I KO'd it. Let's go.
I'm so glad I ranged and I don't have to deal with those fucking tornadoes.
Oh, I got the
Shoot
Big
'em
Bang
through it.
finisher. That's big money.
It does look like you're immune to his wind pressure in his body when you're in demon mode. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, like, I could see why you wouldn't mind it so much with dual blades, because that would make sense. You're literally immune to the thing that makes him the most fucking frustrating for most people. That would be like being immune to, like, Kieran's thunder completely or something. Like, yeah, suddenly he's trivial. Like, the thing that makes him the most annoying doesn't matter anymore.
I wish we could.
Well, then there's the fact that Kieran runs a lot, so that's not entirely true.
But that lightning is so nasty, especially when I had to do his tempered version. Ugh.
Dude, I've told so many people about that HR 49 tempered, like, no one ever believes me in how bad it really was. Everyone just always seems to think it's an exaggeration. Like, no, there is nothing quite in Master Rank that puts you on that same, like, bullshit threshold of difficulty spike. High rank had much more aggressive difficulty spikes. Yeah, so you're immune to the wind pressure at all. So I saw you go all the way into the center of the storm. It would push me back long before I got there. Interesting. I knew that
Let's
weapon
see.
got hyper armor, but I had no idea it was that much. I'm trying to see you to heal you. I think that hit you, actually, surprisingly, didn't it? I shot you through
Hey,
the
got
monster
it!
pretty far. I can't believe that hit you.
I got the engineth. I mean, that wasn't super hard. It just took a little bit. A little bit of smacking. Okay.
Yeah,
now-
it's a fair amount of health at that point. I mean, you do defender gear, though.
Yeah, but I needed the hammer to do it, to be honest. I wouldn't have been able to do it with that greatsword. It's way
I
too
find
slow.
him really annoying to do greatsword sometimes just because, well, brutes in general, like, you almost have to aim for greatswords. Like, as far as damage potential, feet are pretty bad. So it makes brutes kind of annoying. Either you whiff 80% of your hits and go for face or tail, or you just suck it up and do garbage damage and hit them in the legs. Or you just act like an absolute boss and just predict their every
Just
single
use bow.
move,
Bow
like
OP.
High rank it sure as hell was. Now that you have to clutch claw twice, it's not the same. That was probably the worst decision they made with the clutch claws. There shouldn't have been a differential between light and heavy weapons for that. All of them should have dropped ammo, all of them should have one-shot weakened.
So I just bonked it on the head and it fucking knocked out. Bonk. 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 Bonk.
Oh, that's right. Low rank it is like stupid easy to KO stuff too.
Bonk.
I used to
Bonk.
get KOs with Hunting Horn consistently, which is just hilarious.
Bonk. Aw.
I might have to go get ammo. Can't believe he's not dead yet. I went
Bonk.
through all of my level 3
Bonk.
stickies.
That's how I feel when I play hammer. Bonk.
Head on, apply directly to the forehead.
Bonk.
That is absolutely just hammer life. Woo!
Bonk.
That was some good damage.
Bonk.
Alright, cluster bombing on his wings, he should be safe. As long as they don't hit a tree or some stupid
Bonk.
shit and fall short, that can happen.
And bonk. We hit him with the 1-2 bonker.
Alright, he's got a skull. Maybe I got enough ammo to finish this? Oh. Why did that hit me? I was right fucking next to you.
Bonk.
Oh, that hit me. Jesus Christ, that came far. Right? I know I was very slightly further than you.
Hey, hey. Get back here.
I was only
I'm
like
not done with you.
maybe a foot further than you and slightly to the side. It must have just barely missed my hitbox by so little. My God, Kushala, calm down.
Hey, you get back here, you. I'm not done bonking you.
I love the level.
I'm sorry.
Well, Pudding has like a rare advantage in the sake that he can hyper armor through all of that windshield, so he doesn't have any reason to give a shit.
I should pick
How
up some
bullshit
gold
is that? That greatsword and hammer, the two heaviest weapons, can't hyper armor through his windshield, but dual blades can. Yes, yeah, I get that. Yes. But still, it's not super hard to like dance around that. That is a huge advantage for him specifically. But I mean,
Yeah,
every
I
monster
don't-
has weapons that are just proficient against it. It's the way it is. There's always some amount of bias. Some weapons are, or some monsters are easier to KO. Some monsters are really weak to slice damage.
I think the Angineth just respawned.
Be crazy to see hunting. It goes fast. I have a friend who's been. Oh, I've mentioned he literally tried to like wanted to pay me to level them up. And every time I play with them, it's like, hey, let's just go do guiding lights. It goes fast. Like, no, but isn't it faster to do tempered elders or like tempered like rank 2 stuff like that? It's like it goes fast, but the time you leave and come back and everything, it's not really worth it. Guiding Lanes gives you a constant stream of XP, materials you need, and all the monsters are higher ranked, so they give you more XP than a normal investigation. This is the way to go for the most part. And you need it anyways, so you might as well do it. Two birds with one stone, as it were. Even the missions that are specifically marked as extra experience for MRHR
So
really
he
aren't
really
much
wants
of
me
a
to use
jump
the
at all.
bow. He's like,
I
just
played
use
bow
bow.
quite a bit starting out. I just could not get into it completely. I prefer the
different
bow
world.
guns because I like all the diversity of ammo.
It's a
It
different
opens
world
up a
with
lot
bows.
of... Huh?
It's a different world with bows.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a very zippy, flashy weapon. I prefer high strategy if I'm using a ranged weapon, which is more of like the heavy bowgun territory. Like all the different armor
Should've
or
gotten,
weapon
like,
types.
2 Angina scales
types.
from that. So we're gonna upgrade. How many Angina scales do I have actually? Oh, I have 3.
I'm gonna check my
Ooh.
laundry. I think I need to turn it over. Get the rest of my tea while I'm at it, so I'll be right back.
No, how bows OP an objective fact. Is it OP because it's the only weapon you know how to use, Salt? No, my friend, he only knows how to use the bow. So it's OP. Obviously. What coatings? I gotta check my coatings for the bow first of all. It's kind of important. I don't remember what they are on the Defender bow.
Just for you. Come back soon.
Okay. I think that was my first investigation that I just unlocked. Epic.
Hello.
So you say. No, no, I'm just messing with my friend. I'm streaming right now, if that brings any more context to that. Considering insect clave.
You've done well.
Blah, blah, blah,
You're the
blah.
ones to get it done.
The 5th has an urgent mission. Partner, you'd better come see me.
Hey there.
Bop, 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 bop. Bop, 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 bop. Hmm. What you want?
Hey there, partner.
The puke puke. Oh, what's this? Gourmet shroom caps. Easy, let's do it.
Hey, partner.
supplements in my canteen were all organic, baby.
Working hard? Good luck.
Your goal on this quest is to obtain and deliver some materials. Step 1, go find some.
So I'm likely looking for the unique mushroom colonies. That's what I have to assume. Probably blind to it. Oh, there it is.
Perfect. You've got the materials you need.
I'm back.
I'll mark where you
Welcome
found
back.
these on the wildlife map.
Miss anything interesting?
Nope, I'm just doing a one of those canteen quests. Gotta get some mushrooms.
Oh, nice. Ooh, exciting. Ooh.
If everything wasn't so small.
Let's see. What do I want?
God, my eyes are not adjusted to such a small screen.
I hate that cunt's hitboxes, so I'm definitely gonna go with gun lights. or heavy bowgun 1.
I guess I just need
then
to
I don't have to worry
explore.
about her hitboxes. Do explosive damage, do the same amount of damage no matter where I hit the bitch.
Boom damage.
Oh yeah, good old boom damage. I can't wait to try Gunlance and Rise. The fact that it can aerial shell in the way it does looks hilarious and fun. I don't know if it's even useful. The fact that you can literally use shells to propel yourself upwards in the air. I
Sounds
don't
hilarious.
quite... It's funny. It was literally like, it has this new wire bug attack that you zip up in the air, and you can either do a downward swipe or you can start shelling, and each time you shell, it holds you in the air for about a half second. So you can either interval it and stay in the air for like 3 seconds straight, or you could spam it and just go higher. I can't wait to see what people manage to do with that, because you know it's going to have some use. Something's going to come of it. A lot of people are calling it a meme right now. It's like, we'll see. You never know. There's been a lot of weird things that no one thought would have any value that come around to be important, or at least useful.
Maybe the shells do damage. Who knows?
Well, they
Bounce.
do. Yeah.
Just bounce off a monster like it's Mario.
I mean, I've already seen people, like, there's a Raffian in the demo, using it to hold themselves suspended in the air and just shoot her in the side of the face repeatedly. So, I mean,
That's
like,
the way
there's
to do it.
definitely that.
I'm getting like, I don't even know if my stream is up.
I don't
or
know
not,
if she'll
'cause
go all the way
I
to
can't
that wall.
fucking load it.
Oh, she wouldn't. You must have turned her once earlier, I guess. I don't know. Okay. That's right. Agitator.
God
That's what
damn
counts.
There we go.
I should have
Oh,
brought
So the
fireproof.
stream is still work,
Oh, well.
at least.
I definitely should have got fireproof mantle.
Alright, let me discover this campsite.
I think we
No idea why, But believe it or not, she takes extra explosive damage. I always found that weird.
She just doesn't like being blown up.
Blue Nostra. She takes more explosive damage than a lot of monsters do. I'm doing 188 damage a shot. I was doing 158 against Teostra. Or not Teostra, Kushala. That's a pretty big damage jump.
For Monster Hunter standards, yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a fairly big damage jump. You're getting 20 points. Yep. 10, 12-ish. Is it a fifth? No. 20%, like, if it was 20 damage over 100, like 100 to 120, that's 20%. It's more like 15-ish. That doesn't sound right.
Just nuke it from orbit.
I mean, I'm gonna have to trust my math skills these days kind of suck for the most part.
My friend says nuke it from orbit.
Heavy bowgun. That's what I do. I get that fucker in the ground, then I start nailing it with clusters. Well, as long as I think I'm not going to hit teammates, then I go for it. I didn't in the last one because I wasn't sure where Pudding was gonna, and I didn't want to knock him away.
Give
She's
me the
not
mushrooms.
a huge monster, so clustering her can be tricky without hitting teammates.
Give me the shrooms.
Shrooms. Good times.
The bow is a ranged weapon you can charge. Focus on your distance while loosing arrows. You can switch to your
Moss wine. Kill it.
Clustering her wings. I'll wait till you're done with that. There we go.
Bacon.
I hope clusters are still good in Rise and they don't overreact.
Soap and Price versus... I don't know if Soap and Price could take on a Kushala Daora.
Oh, from... No.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Sure, they're like pretty badass soldiers and all, but I mean... No.
I mean, if a bow... I don't know if a bullet can get through those winds, like, to be honest.
Right, you're talking about a game where people are hacking it repeatedly with weapons that weigh like 3 times as much as they do. I have a feeling a gun wouldn't do an awful lot.
I mean, they do technically have guns in Monster Hunter, I guess, but we don't know.
Yes, but they're not just shooting little bullets either. They're shooting like giant projectiles.
This is also true.
Things that like break all known laws of physics. Like piercing ammo is kind of odd when you really think about it. Like it doesn't make a tremendous amount of sense. Because the way it functions, it's like it's exploding repeatedly every like tenth of a second the longer it travels through a monster. Like that could technically happen in the real world, but
okay, so we don't
like that
count.
is
The
kinda
movie didn't
ridiculous.
happen. That fucking movie did not happen. That doesn't count.
Not in conjunction with Monster Hunter, at least. It's the same rules that apply to that as Resident Evil games versus the movies. They're 2 separate universes. They have nothing to do with each other. Ah, fuck. I'm probably dead.
Though it was cool to see. My point still stands.
What?
No, him. He said in the chat, my point still stands. Just nuke it from orbit.
Oh, yeah, I mean, a nuke, yeah, I'm sure it would kill pretty much everything in existence in this game. I mean, come on. I mean, like... I also kill him with sticky ammo that explodes, too, though.
It depends. It depends what's gonna kill them first: the instant vaporization or the radiation.
Right?
Or better yet, a cobalt bomb.
Oh god, can you imagine if they survived and managed to mutate into some sort of monstrosities? Jesus Christ. That's what the Monster Hunter movie should have been about. They want to set it in the real world, like, just use that as an explanation. Fuck it, at least it's creative. I mean, it's not exactly a new idea, but it's better than just like, hey, we're going to do Monster Hunter, except no one cares about the Monster Hunters, so we're just going to make it, UN soldiers shooting monsters, because that's what people want to see. That's far more interesting than, this game and its 17-year history. No one cares about any of that 17-year history. None of it.
Exactly.
No. UN soldiers with guns. That's what people want to see.
And Mia Malkovich.
Melina. Yep.
Or whatever her name was. I don't care.
You could call her that skinny boy lady. I'm okay with that.
Skinny boy lady.
I said this friend who used to always say she looked like a boy. It's like, okay. I think she's kind of pretty. I wouldn't say that.
Actually, I think that would be pretty effective. Do you remember Call of Duty Ghost in the campaign? Those little kinetic rods they used? That they bombarded with Ghost? Those might be really effective.
It's been a long time since I played that game.
Yeah, but you remember how, like, one of those rods, like, completely fucking shifted the earth?
Not really. Wait a minute, Ghost? I think Ghost is the one I didn't play. I was thinking Black Ops. Yeah, I didn't play Ghost. I hated Ghost. Co-op.
I didn't think Ghost was bad.
I just really didn't like the multiplayer. It was just weird. And I never cared about the campaigns that much.
I actually did really well in multiplayer, but that I was kind of using one of the better guns in the game.
I've never liked very many of them. Like Black Ops 1 and 2 are the only ones I ever really liked, and even 2 is meh. That game was a little unbalanced.
They coached the mantle of the planet, completely destroying. Oh, they cracked the mantle of the planet, completely destroying.
That's some Michael Bay bullshit right there.
Well, it's this little metal rod that's fired from orbit that causes massive kinetic force. So.
I have always joked, if anyone were to ever make a movie for those games, it would almost have to be Michael Bay. Like...
Starring Tom Cruise.
Right? And of course, natural to Tom Cruise, it would be all about Tom Cruise.
Yep.
Most of the other characters wouldn't even have memorable names, dialogue, none of that stuff. No, they're not important. Tom Cruise is what people are here to see. We know that. I thought it was funny that it's been found he had a clause in the new Mummy movie contract that they couldn't refer to him as like being old in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, food just got made, and I'm about to do
so vain it fucking hurts.
All right, I gotta speed run this hunt, so because there's food waiting for me, so I gotta pull out the greatsword. It's just Puke.
Oh god, poor Pookie. He's so easy for greatsword because like the only thing of any real inconvenience he does is that stupid spin and maybe tongue attack. Just about everything else is absurdly easy to get out of the way of, and even those attacks, just shoulder tackle through that bullshit, and it makes it a joke. Oh, he's so easy to shoulder tackle. Poor Pookie.
It's mathematically possible for a projectile that cause that much damage, of that mass to cause that. Yeah. He's talking about if you ever see Ghost, like I recommend just at least watching the scene where they fire the missiles, because it literally like shifts the Earth into like different. It's so cool. You just have to see it. It fucking massively changes things. It's cool though.
Seems kind of overkill for a Call of Duty plotline though.
Well, yeah, America's destroyed. Crazy. America gets fucked up. Wow.
Danish motherfucker. How dare you? America is the greatest country on earth. We know that. Everyone knows that. Trump knows that.
I was gonna make a joke from what was it, Deus Ex. I'm not gonna sit there and let you insult the greatest country in the world. I don't know if you've seen that meme.
There's a lot of things I like about America, but this is far from the greatest country. That is for fucking sure.
I don't know if you ever seen that meme, but it's from one of the old Deus Ex games, where he's like, "I'm not gonna sit there and let you insult the greatest country in the world."
I
like,
never had to
what?
play Indian before Human Revolution, which all the fans hated. So I don't know. I loved it. I thought it was fun. I know it's different from the old ones that people fear change.
That's normal.
It's not an exact cookie cutter reproduction, so I don't like it. Then you get Call of Duty. It's an exact cookie cutter reproduction. I hate it. People want change until they get change, and then they hate change.
Okay. I'm just getting poisoned a lot.
Well, it's like that one friend. I asked him if he was getting Rise. He's like, "No, I don't plan on getting it. It looks really flashy." It's like, okay.
Have you played World, my sir?
Yeah. Well, and he's actually a fan of the older ones, which are more flashy usually than World. World's
Yeah,
like
but they
the
were also
toned
really
down version.
slow.
They were really slow, but they still had like a lot of flashy bullshit as far as some of the attacks that they didn't generally carry over into World so much. Especially if you're talking about generations of like the weapon arts, where it's like the Great Sword basically got a move that allowed him to go Super Saiyan, get almost unlimited hyper armor, and just do absolutely catastrophic damage. Like that's a flashy ass.
Big damage.
Like watching it is funny because it is legit like Super Saiyan leveling.
I didn't like how they did potions in the original. Oh, so annoying. In the old games. The flex.
The new one is an interesting mix, where you get to move, but it heals you half your health instantly. So like the moment you start using it, heals you instantly, and then it goes through the full animation like it does in World, and then does the rest of the heal. Like, I actually like that concept. It means you could use a potion and basically waste it, but at least get half of its use immediately. That's pretty cool.
That would have been nice in World, actually.
Yeah, I mean, like, I like World's fine, but it does suck. Like, you start to drink a potion, get like maybe 5% into it, and get knocked over by wind gust, and that potion's gone.
No potion for you.
Right? Dude, can you imagine if that's the way it was in Dark Souls 3 PvP? You stagger someone while they're drinking a potion and they just lose it? Oh, that would be great. It would be awful for PvE, but for the sake of PvP, it would actually be a pretty funny mechanics. Then you could just punish people hard for trying to spam potions, which is a big problem. Huh? Being dishonest. Oh, you mean as far as... Well, the problem is so few people in Dark Souls 3 who want an honest fight.
Yep.
Unless it's a fight club, that's different. But like straight up invasions, it doesn't matter if you're alone or what's going on. Most invaders will just do everything possible to kill you as fast as they can and get out. Which is always baffling for me. It's like, you waited so long to get into my game in most cases. You could have been waiting 20 minutes to get an invasion at this point.
So, if you fucking bring up my character, I'm gonna... Swear to God. He's like, I have a solution for Dark Souls 3 PvP, and he's just gonna bring up my goddamn character again. I don't think I ever showed you my main character, because because he's ridiculously strong. Because I've two-shotted a couple of people with that character on his world, not mine. Like, it got pretty sad after a while. Just go offline. I mean, you can.
I mostly play offline. I don't like dealing with PvP in Dark Souls 3. It's just non-enjoyable.
I don't like it in quite a few Dark Souls games because it's not fun.
Yeah. Dark Souls 2 is the only one I mostly enjoyed it. Like, Dark Souls 1, if I went out of my way to, like, seek PvP, it was fun. But if I was in the middle of just doing something, it was usually just infuriating as fuck.
Oh, yeah, you remember those demon spear guys? Everyone that has the demon spears, that's the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep, still a thing. Still got a broken ass hitbox too.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing this tempered tiggy, right?
But
Yeah,
my
what up,
solution,
man?
yeah, shut the fuck up, Salt. God damn it.
Listen up.
Salt, you're eventually I'm not always gonna be there
Make sure you know what you need
to
do.
win every PvP
So now
fight.
we need to protect the
You're
city.
gonna have to be able to
Let's
do it
make a
yourself.
plan for Wildspire
I can't
first.
hard carry you through every single PvP fight.
I was decent at PvP, but I never got really good at it. I also avoided PvP most of the time in Dark Souls 3.
For me,
Dark
it's
Souls
really
2,
easy.
I got pretty good.
For me, it ends up being really easy because I just play on people being stupid. They
Well,
just-
that's not hard to do. The thing is, people are inherently greedy assholes, so it's really not
yeah.
hard to just plan for them to be a greedy asshole and do
Oh,
something
it's
stupid.
so easy. I think I told you what my greatsword strategy is, that it always seems to work for no reason. But what I always do, because you know how that follow-up swing that they have on the greatsword does a little more damage than the first swing?
Yeah.
So what I do is I always just throw out the first swing and wait for them to always just come running, because they think, oh look, he threw out his one swing, time to go in. And then they get hit for even harder. And it's like, okay, well this is kind of sad.
I'm not even sure why most people would think that in most cases, because like it's generally kind of like the thing in the game to go for 2 hits because you can do 2-hit combos more often than not.
So you can ask Salt, he's in the chat right now if you want to look at the chat. I have to get up and go grab food and eat and stuff, but most people that I fight can't seem to get processed through their head that I'm just waiting for them to come into the second swing. It's it gets pretty bad in his world. They were
He
definitely
really hurts.
they were definitely lacking in brain cells. I can say that much.
It's definitely not hard to trick someone into being greedy in that game. That is for fucking sure. Which is funny because that is like the biggest no-no of Dark Souls PvE, and yet when it comes to PvP, it's like everyone just forgets how to play the game almost.
Yep, it's pretty sad. All right, I will be back. I'm gonna have the stream pulled up still, but I need to go eat food and stuff.
Ow. Alright. Sometimes I'm not sure if getting the Hyper Armor and Clutch Claw is a good thing. That shit hurts. Like, I don't know if you've noticed when I Clutch Claw him, like, on those attacks that I just keep grabbing on to Hyper Armor through it. And you do take reduced damage, but it still hurts quite a bit sometimes. I've definitely died to that more than a few times. I was really hoping for a mount. That was greedy. Yee-hoo! I'm not sure how I get the tail countering his arm, but hey, whatever. I don't complain. Well, sometimes it'll just latch you onto the nearest body part when you zipline in. Sometimes it doesn't. It's pretty inconsistent. Well, it's Lance in particular I'm talking about. It's like you'll counter a hit from their head, but if they turn around, you might land on their tail first, so it just puts you there. Other times they'll just pass all the way through their body. Okay, I guess I'm going to sit here for a little bit. It'll just pass all the way through their body and hit their head anyways. Anytime this wants to wear off, because this is pointless, you either are taking advantage of this right now. That's definitely the problem with having paralysis for the cats. You just never know. Alright, I'm going to work on breaking his arm. Take down his mobility. Nice. Well, I guess you're going to have to wait on cutting his tail, unfortunately, though. Unless you got another magical ability on that fucking weapon I didn't know about, I'm pretty sure you're not getting that tail. Like, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, it has guaranteed one-shot KOs too. I choose not to use it, but it's there. Yeah, like, I just counterclawed his hand, I'm on his face. I don't know. I feel like all Lances in Iceborne is just counterclawing constantly. I do love playing some Lance, though. It's fun as hell. Spirit Vein Gems. Sweet. Now you can augment, rarity 11 armors. 10, maybe it's just 10? I'm not sure. Been a while since I've used anything that wasn't rarity 12 armor. You ever notice he looks like a chain chomp from Mario every time he does that shit? That run. I don't know if you know what a chain chomp is either. The ball and chain things, it's a little snappy math. I always said Pac-Man, but the more I watch, I'm like, nah, he's a fucking chain chomp, like straight up. He's the monster embodiment of a Mario chain chomp. Okay. Right? Somehow just like melded it with a T-Rex, some horrible amalgamation that doesn't deserve to exist. Like horrendous, like pseudoscience manufactured bullshit. You sniff at it, you bastard. No, don't you ignore me. You don't get to ignore me. No! I don't have any slinger ammo, but I'm still gonna piss you off just because I can. Wow, that actually did more damage than I thought it would do. Like, I know his roars hurt when he goes into aggro, but that was more than I anticipated. At least it's not like Brute Tigrex levels. Ooh. Have you done Brute yet? Ooh. Oh, we gotta do a Brute. Oh. Brute is a special kind of piece of shit. His entire thing is attacks and roars that do a shitload of damage. Like, they really, really hurt. Like, oh my god. Like, he has more AoE capability than most anything in this game, just because of that. Hey, he even sounds like Mario, too. He really is a chain chomp. Ah! I watched one of his, like, Monster Hunter Gone Wrong montages last night. They had, someone fighting him in the Guiding Lands in one of those really narrow corridors. Poor guy, like, got knocked down, like, 6 times in a row, got killed, resurrected as the Vigor Wasp, revived, and then just immediately down by the charging, and it's like, yep, that's Tigrex alright. It's like, that looks just about right. Tigrex doesn't know the meaning of quit. No. He's the embodiment of just steroids and anger. Right? I love the way his veins glow bright red when he's pissed. So cool. Tails over here. Carved tail, get a tempered jaw. Yep, that makes sense. Gotta love video game logic. Nice, getting a fair amount of coal. Should be able to do a few run-throughs at the Steamworks. Get no less than 30 tickets, hopefully. There's a high-rank mission you could do to farm regular meal vouchers too. Might have to do that eventually. It's boring as hell though, because it's just a low-rank Dodogama, Jagras, and Gyros. Ugh. I mean, that makes it easy to farm. Oh. Oh, now it's getting interesting. I can fight him pretty well with weapons without shields, but he's definitely something I very much appreciate using a shielded weapon. Ah, thank God for that. It wasn't going too bad. He pasted you ground pretty hard the one time. Alright, that looks like a... Is that a... That Zinogre looks pretty big from over here, at least. Eh. They... Do they turf war? I don't think they do. No, they would have turf warred by now. Pretty sure. Yeah, he's pretty big for Zinogre. What is his elemental weakness? I legitimately don't even remember. I always think it's fire for some reason, but I'm pretty sure it's like water or ice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was pretty on point. Well, by the time you get here, literally every part of his body's gonna be weakened. Because just insist on hitting me with everything. I think literally every part of him's weakened now. Yeah, he's definitely bigger than the ones we fought today for sure. I was just kind of like trying to judge him by the distance between his arms. Like compared to my shields, I fought him with Lance last time. He's quite a bit larger. Be cool if he was Gold Crown. I'm not sure if I have Gold Crown on him yet or not. Okay, so his face isn't weakened. Oh, you mean as far as like being visibly larger? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely made farming for him in high rank a lot simpler, just because they were consistently noticeable. Some more than others, though. Despite taking the longest to find a gold crown cure, he was by far the most obvious. Well, actually, no, the problem is the difference between a silver and a gold is almost indistinguishable. And yet silver is just massive, too. It's kind of weird. I don't know why they did that. He kind of edge walks sometimes. That might have been it. He does do that sometimes where he'll just kind of edge walk towards someone. Just be weird. Yeah, might as well. And the tempered Anjanath too. Yeah, once you get Ares leveled up, they start spawning crazy fast tempered. Like my area is like back-to-back tempered monsters and elder dragons just non-stop. Which is super fun, honestly. Nice challenge having high-tier tempered elder dragons along with other tempereds. Yeah, he is really big. The more I look at him. I don't even think my hunter came up to the top of his knees and his front legs. I mean, like, I think my hunter was over his knees, I should say. On the other one. This one, I don't even come up to his knees. Yeah, I keep hoping I can clutch claw to his face with the counter guard. He just keeps hitting me with his tail or back. Nice. Yeah, a lot of those kind of attacks, once you can get to him, not bad. No, you hadn't. It's a lance. Lance above all weapons, I use flinchery because every single hit staggers me from everyone if I don't. It's basically mandatory, unfortunately. Well, that helped you, but I'm not sure it was worth it for me. Oh, you staggered him. Like the one time I didn't want him staggered. God, I love the sound effects and the visuals that go with it. It's so
I have
pretty.
returned.
Welcome back.
Is my stream still up? Should be.
Did you know if you're on a mount and they're high enough, you could pick up slinger ammo on a mount? It's not something that comes up often, and it's not actually something I even tried until recently, where it's like, it keeps saying circle for ammo, but surely I can't pick up ammo on a mount, right? And Press is like, oh, okay, yeah, yes I can. Alright, cool.
I wonder if he sent me a notification. No, it's still up. I'm just seeing if Salt is on, because I thought he wanted to play.
Hunting horn user!
Target sighted.
Let's see, what's he rocking?
Target sighted.
Critical element build. Alright, yeah. Hunting horn's actually not bad for critical if you're using a spin attack a lot.
The next on the list is the Baroth.
I gotta send him a guild card just for the fact that he's got a hunting horn. Respect.
Mad respect.
Danuka? Ah!
That reminds me.
I don't know why the camera just panned down to him like that. That was annoying.
Angie. Banjo and Kazooie.
Never got into this game, so it was really popular when I was young.
Yeah,
Never liked the whole collectathon game arc.
Yeah, they're kind of up in their years now.
Oh yeah, they were new when I was a kid though. Yeah, I gotta watch that. He almost always changes target in between on that. Oh. That looked really cool. I love when you can clutch claw something that's spinning in the air like that. It's so disorienting, but it looks so neat.
The best kind of quest. So
Oh
much.
god, I know exactly which one that is.
It's such an ironic name. I feel like they knew what they were doing when they named it the way they did.
Yeah, just perhaps, right? Maybe. Capcom software, nah. Well, you wonder sometimes if they're fighting games. Maybe they're not self-aware. Like, people keep telling them they hate shit and they keep doing it, so I'm not always so sure. Like, hey, Capcom, we don't particularly like having to pay for soccer jerseys in, our fighting game. What? You want more soccer jerseys? Oh, fuck yeah, we can do that.
To the fat. Oh yeah, hunting 2 Jagras? Let's do that.
Oh, I timed it wrong.
I'm gonna hunt 2 Jagras because it says I can.
The truest of challenges. 2 Jaggerses at once.
Ah! I think I have to bust out the big guns for that one.
Right? Of true man's quest. Go kill 2 giant derpy iguanas that are completely harmless.
You know what they are? It's the covetous demon turned into a monster.
Right? At least the Covetous Demon had a rare attack where he could eat you and take away all your armor. Like, it's still pathetic, but it sucks. I've only seen that happen, like, once, and I was so confused.
It's funny.
Just fucking eat, you'd spit you out with all your armor and gear. Wait, what? The fuck? Is that gone forever? What the hell is that? Like... You know, if they'd programmed it to use that attack a lot more often, at least might have been a little challenging. Would have been a really annoying fight. But at least it's a unique challenge.
I remember, like, I don't know who I heard it from. Like, back when I first heard about Dark Souls, Somebody told me that when you died, you lost everything in your inventory completely. And if you didn't get it back, it was gone forever. I'm like...
What a dick!
I'm just like...
That's a good way to make someone never ever want to play that game, like, right
yeah,
there.
and I'm just like, okay, well, I don't want to play that. That doesn't sound fun. Like...
It's not fucking Minecraft or, like, some survival crafting game where you drop
yeah,
your
but
whole belt of
Minecraft,
items.
you have 5 whole actual minutes to get back to your stuff.
Oh, that's right, Minecraft, you do that, yeah. 7 days to die, and I think Conan, depending on the settings, if you die, your crap is just gone. But I'm pretty sure it depends on server settings, even then. I'll help you! I don't know if that actually helped, I tried. I'm not even sure if it staggered you, it was kind of hard to tell. Oh.
You're not already limping. I hit you with a couple swings. Get back here. You're not allowed to limp this early, Jagras. Oh, it's dead.
Did you ever do the Arch-Tempered Jagras in high rank?
That sounds hilarious.
It is. He's like 10 times normal size at least. You can't trap him, paralyze him, sleep him, or mount him. And he does damn near guaranteed one-shot damage on most of his hits.
That's gotta be the funniest shit to do.
Oh, and he literally spits up decos. That's like his whole thing. Alright. The best is still Lava Soith, but I would prefer to do Jaggers. This is more fun.
And yeah,
Fuck
I could just,
Lava
honestly,
Soith.
that's something I could just do with a bow. Jagras isn't all that difficult.
His hitboxes are absolutely legendary. Like, you could do it with the bow. The question is, can you successfully get out of the way and attack that would, make a fucking flipping, cartwheeling, Devil Joe weep? Like, it's just, it's baffling how big his hitboxes are. Like, you know that roll attack Jagras does, of course.
Yeah?
Imagine if that's, like, 10, 15 times bigger, and has exaggerated hitboxes, and can almost guaranteed one-shot you.
Huh. That would be unique.
Yeah, it's a bitch. Fun though, but it's a bitch. You can't even block it hardly. It does so much fucking damage. It does ridiculous amounts of damage. The Moss Swine event is still the funniest one though.
The Moss Swine event?
Oh, what? Oh, you don't know.
Oh.
Oh. Alright, we're gonna have to poke him and get him over here into a trap.
That sounds epic.
It's as hilarious as they sound, honestly. Wakey, wakey.
I definitely want to unlock that Dante set, or the Dante sword, at least, when I get around to it.
Oh yeah, I use that as the cosmetic for mine. Like, it's not a great charge blade by any standard, but it looks so cool. Looks so cool.
I like that it turns into So I'm actually familiar with some of the moveset. Got familiar with the weapons. The sword is the sword that he uses is actually not Dante's originally. It's actually his dad's. Apparently.
I think it was
It's called
when he
Force
got
Edge.
from DMC 3. It was
Yes.
like a later pickup or something. I didn't get a chance to ever play 3. Funny enough, I only ever got to finish 2, the one everyone hates.
Oh. Oh. I feel bad.
Like, it was still fun, but it was one of those things. It's almost like someone playing Dark Souls 2 and only ever Dark Souls 2. It's like, oh, it was a pretty good game. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Like, later they played it, was like, oh, okay. Now I see where the problem is. Things are starting to make sense. No, it was an okay game. I didn't think it was perfect. That makes sense. Yeah, I didn't really expect him to be gold. It was possible. Gold crowns are usually ridiculously big. But the Moss Swine thing, I think you can do at any point in high rank, maybe. I don't even think you have to beat the story. You kind of probably should have to. Well, it doesn't matter. They one-shot you anyway, so it didn't matter if your fucking
What?
defenses. Yes. Oh, yes. Guaranteed one shot. We went in with Master Rank Fatalis gear. Guaranteed one shot. No survival.
You just fight moss swine? I didn't even know they could.
Yep.
I didn't even know they could deal damage.
It's something they did unique for them. It was a July 1st troll mission they put up, like literally in the first day of the year before Iceborne even. It was just something they did for fun. It was only originally up for 24 hours and then it was just gone. But now it's permanently available since all the events are up.
Yeah. I do remember when, like, you could only do events for, like, a certain amount of time.
Well, I mean, most of them rotate. See, they'll be there for, like, 2 weeks to a month, and then another set comes through. But now that the game is basically on, like, rest mode almost, where it's like they're done all the big updates and stuff like that, they're just making it all available.
Which is nice.
Yeah, it's a good way of doing it. Like, I liked it when the game was new, like, things kind of being temporary and unique, because it gave you incentive to want to get on it at least once in a while and check out the new thing and see what's going on. But now that it's been out for quite a while, it's nice to be able to do what you want to do whenever you want to do it and not be restricted. I still think they should have made people do more before they got the Master Rank. That is kind of like a middle finger to new players almost. I've always thought at a minimum you should have to do like the double basil goose or something, just so you're more prepped as a player, like you've had more time to hunt or something like that. I don't know.
That fight is
I've
really
even
nasty. That's such a big wake-up call for high rank, honestly.
Yeah, like, that's brutal, and then you get to Kira, and then it's like, I remember doing it with this, for, like, a friend who doesn't play his game anymore. I don't think they're friends with anymore.
When I have to do that, I'm probably going to ask for your help.
Funny was I remember doing that Kieran with his friend. He's like, "Oh, thank God, I only do this once." It's like, what do you mean? Drag is in game of high rank. That's what you do now, basically. He just quit playing the game. It's arguably the worst of the tempered elder dragons, except maybe Lunastra, just because her fire does so much goddamn damage that it's just ludicrous. But I think overall Kieran is probably the hardest tempered elder dragon in high rank.
I mean, that lightning is on something.
Like, when you know the fight well enough, there's a very strict pattern to it, but it's kind of hard to learn the full pattern for a long time, especially since some of the attacks are kind of rare. You don't see them come out too often. So you don't get a chance to really learn them, and then he just fucks you immediately.
Moss, swine, and dining?
And the little prairie dog thingies are up here. I, like, never see these things.
Pretty odd.
Must
to
trap.
me.
Ah, they're gone!
Kings know no fear. Hunt the great Jaggeress. Loves the oath.
That's like only the third time I've ever seen him over here.
Yaku with that. Contract woodland spirit. Ugh. You're not like
There's
that
one of the creatures are like little prairie dog looking creatures, and they just kind of randomly spawn at certain parts of the wild spire, and if you startle them, they just don't come back for long periods of time. I super rarely actually notice them. I'm not even sure if they come back.
Oh,
Probably
is this
do
that?
after a
Oh,
time.
I think this is that one mission where you like the three Jaggeresses a different size. Because I remember there was one great Jaggeress
yeah, I
mission.
remember doing that with 3 friends, and we all used great swords and kicked them to death.
That's mean.
The thing is, too, we all built for KO damage, and the kick does a decent amount of exhaust and KO. That's basically its only actual purpose on Greatsword. Damage is shit. So it was just 4 people KOing poor Jaggerus until he finally died of little peedly kicks. Like, I think in high rank, they did like 40 damage a kick. That's it. And it's a slow attack, too. So, I mean, that's awful.
I'm gonna bonk the bear to death. Ooh, you know what? If I can do it, I'm gonna try. I can't guarantee. I want to see if I can't if I can't kill the Rathian too.
It's funny you mentioned flashes. I can always tell people who are like really truly new to like master rank and didn't experience tempereds much when they spam flash and traps at everything. I always see that recently in SOS of these players like desperately running for their lives and just spamming the shit out of flash pods. Sorry to disappoint you, dude. After that first one, he's practically immune for a while. Yeah, that's not gonna
I think
work.
I might switch games, honestly. I think I might play a game. Just spice it up. You know. I want to stream something else. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream real quick. Bye.